Alright, welcome. I'm now going to do a 32 beer challenge of lagers and pilsners. They're adjunct lagers, they're German Munich lagers, or Hell's lagers. There are Czech pilsners, there are European lagers, Canadian lagers, and I put them all into a spreadsheet and I seeded them according to the ratings that they got. There's the beer advocate rating, and there is also an average rating that is from users. And the same thing with rate beer. And what I did was I normalized all the scores so they go from 0 to 1, and then I sum the total. And I've got this beer is the highest rated beer. Weihenstephaner. Weihenstephaner, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Weihenstephaner.
It's the original premium lager. It's a Hell's, a German Hell's, H-E-L-L-E-S, which is, Hell's means light, but it's a lager, it's not a light beer, it's 5.1% alcohol. The lowest rated one is Old Milwaukee, which is also, let's see, what is the ABV on that? I can't remember. I think it's 5 or 4.7, I'm not sure. Of course, it's an adjunct lager, so the highest rate goes against the lowest rating one for the first round. Then the second highest rating goes to the second lowest rated one, and so on. It's kind of like the NFL playoffs. The team with the best record goes against the team with the worst record in the playoffs. And then for the next round, they do the same thing. The team with the highest, with the best record goes against the team with the worst record who went to the next round. But I'm going to make this a triple elimination to always give the losers another chance to come back and win. I'm going to rinse my palate between drinks to make sure that it's not influenced by a previous beer or previous taste. So if I take a sip of this one and then a sip of this one, I don't want this one to be influenced by the taste of this one. So I'll rinse my palate, open this, and we'll pour it in here. And of course I'm going to do this for 32 different beers and see which one is the best. Also, the beers that I selected have to be, they're not necessarily craft beers, at least I don't think any of them are craft beers. I didn't want to use any craft beers. I wanted to use commonly available beers that are available pretty much everywhere. And I don't know if that's the case because, you know, there are some beers that weren't available here that I would like to have used, like Schlitz, for example. I looked around, I can't find Schlitz in any of the stores and checked online, and I'm in Florida, so evidently Schlitz is not available in liquor stores in Florida. I would have liked to use Ham's beer, Stroh's, which is still being made, and Stag, Old Style. None of those are available here where I am. So hopefully I'm not including some beers that are available just around this area that aren't available anywhere else. So they are very similar in color. I noticed that the Old Style had more of a head and it's retaining more of a head. Appear to be about equally as carbonated. So let me mix these up and I'll get to tasting them and see which one I like better. Now, this one should come out on top, but you never know. If the Old Milwaukee beats this German beer, I'll be really surprised. All right, now. Nice, flavorful going in, nice smooth finish, not much of a watery taste. But I don't really have anything to compare it to. Stronger, definitely stronger. But kind of a watery finish. It's interesting. Now, yeah, this is definitely not as strong as this one. This one's definitely got more flavor to it. Old Milwaukee is the lowest ranked beer of these 32, and it's really not that bad of a beer. It's one of those beers that I think that I can just keep drinking one can after another, but I'm going to go with this one, which is this one. And it's definitely a difference in taste. Surprisingly, this is pretty good. This Old Milwaukee. But this one has more of a bite to it, more flavor. And the flavor both is good. It's just this flavor is a bit stronger, just a little bit stronger. This really isn't that bad. I won't be surprised if Old Milwaukee advances through the loser bracket. It's not a bad beer, honestly. I was thinking it was going to be tasting like sawdust or water, but it's not. It's pretty good. But I'd definitely rather sit down and drink this one. So, definitely a difference in taste. And I'll take that. And for the next round, it'll be Pilsner Urquell, which is the second highest ranked beer, against Miller Genuine Draft, which is the second lowest ranked beer. I was surprised to see how low Miller Genuine Draft was ranked. In fact, I also have Miller High Life on this list, and Miller High Life is ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 steps higher than the Miller Genuine Draft. I thought that Miller Genuine Draft is like an upscale version of High Life, but I don't know. It's also, I couldn't get the Miller Genuine Draft in a 6-pack. I can only get a 12-pack of it. And I would have preferred to have just bought a single, but they weren't available anywhere. And same with the Old Milwaukee, I had to buy a whole 12-pack of this. And I thought that after I drank a 12-pack of this, I'm not going to like it anymore. But honestly, it's not that bad. I like it. I'm surprised, actually. So, there's round 1 going to Weihenstephaner. Weihenstephaner? I don't know. Maybe somebody who speaks German can tell me how this is pronounced correctly. It's Weihenstephaner. Weihenstephaner.
So the pronunciation is Weihenstephaner, or if you say it quicker, Weihenstephaner. So almost like wine, but vine. So like if you put an English V in front, Weihenstephaner.
Don't know. It's a very highly rated beer.